Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. They're an airhead because they think it's all about them. They don't feel anyone else is important, and it shows. Let's get right into it. They're an airhead, and they think it's all about them. They don't understand that other people exist besides themselves. They feel that they're the only one that's important and no one else matters. They think that they're the only one who is worthy of attention. Not that you're looking for it, but they do the most when they're in your presence because they know people are paying attention more to you than them. And you're not even fighting for it. You're not even trying to get it. You're not even attempting to do anything to put any attention on yourself. You're just merely existing. But this person is an airhead. They think they're the only one that's important. And it shows. You could tell when someone feels that they're the only one that's important. It's like a me versus you kind of thing. It's like a I'm better than you kind of thing. And they really feel, or at least tell themselves, that they're better than someone. And we all know that nobody's better than anyone. But they will tell themselves they are. They'll tell themselves that they're better than someone. And it's the person that they feel insecure to. And that's why there'll be a competition. They feel that them telling themselves they're better than you is going to eradicate the insecure ways that they have, but it's not. That's not a way to eradicate insecurity. They don't know how to self-reflect or to regulate, and they can't go within to eradicate or deal with the things that they're going through. So how it comes out is, oh, I'm going to get in front of you, or oh, I'm going to, you know, beat you to the door, or whatever kind of weird stuff they do. They focus themselves on you. They put their attention on you, and they just become so. They really just become jealous because of all the attention that they put into others instead of putting that into themselves. And that's what makes them compete. So it's like when you're competing with someone and your main focus is on them and you're jealous of them and you keep telling yourself the same things, then they're not going to change. And they're telling themselves the same things because they're not, what are they not doing? They're not going within. They're not looking at the situation. They're comparing themselves to you and others, and they have to do things. They feel that they have to take out action on the situation to make up for it. And that's their way of handling it. Their way of handling it is assuming power over someone else or trying to be better, or just making sure that they feel that they have one up over a person when all of that is unnecessary. It's extremely unnecessary. If you were to work on yourself and correct some things within yourself, then you wouldn't have the need to feel like you need to do that to other people. But what they do is act in such a way to where it shows that. And a few people are able to pick up on it. Other people aren't able to pick up on it. And if you're able to pick up on it, then they don't, it makes it even worse when you can see that's what they're up to, because they like people who they can charm. They like people who they can fool, people who can't really tell and see behind the facade. But when a person comes around and can see through it and can see behind it, and others may catch on to it because the person around them is able to see it, and they're acting like they're acting like they see it towards them, like they're acting towards them based off of what they see, then sooner or later somebody's gonna also see it. And they don't like it when you can see these things. It makes them feel vulnerable. It makes them feel like, somebody's spying on them. It makes them feel like they're being read, which they are, like a book. And you can read them, which you can, like a book. But the thing is, they don't like that, but that's too bad. Everybody's actions are going to be displayed through their character and how they treat others and how they're viewed, and like everybody is judged. Like, it's not like you're judging people, but you're using your mind to calculate a person's moves and the kind of person that they are. So everyone is doing that with everyone. So it's not your fault that you can see this person as an airhead, but airheads will do what they have to do to get more air. All right, they're full of hot air, and they want everybody to basically pump them up. They want everybody to pump them up, and they have a problem with people who don't decide to pump them up, people who pump themselves up instead. And it makes sense now that it makes sense now that people used to put in the comments that these people are bullies, and it's like it really, like, that is really weird for someone to demand a certain type of, like like phony kind of respect. Like, that's not even real respect. They think it's real respect because they feel that if somebody is in a lesser position than them, and they're holding them to a higher esteem, then they feel that that's true respect. But yeah, don't let people do that to you. Don't let people make you have respect for them because it's some way they're trying to portray themselves, or it's a way that a person is trying to affect you negatively. You don't have to. I wouldn't allow myself to be affected by that. All right, you definitely don't allow yourself to be affected by that. Like, people, you could transform your energy around people. Like, you don't have to feel how people are trying to make you feel, and it sucks at first, like when you're unaware of certain ways to handle situations, and you like feel stuck or like lost, like that sucks. But yeah, that you definitely don't have to keep going through that. You can definitely think through the situation, and you could think your way back into a comfortable mind state to where this airhead isn't able to affect you like they want. All right, airheads try to, like, basically they want a lot, man. Airheads want too much, and you don't give them nothing. All right, airheads want too much, and you don't give them anything. These airheads want it all, and they're gonna have to go about getting at themselves a whole nother separate way. Not involving you, not involving you. They're gonna have to go do that a whole separate way, not involving you. All right. You don't have time for airheads. Airheads have time for other people because that's their supply. They use people. They benefit off of others. Airheads are always getting in the way, starting trouble, wanting to be the center of attention. And they want to be the center of your attention. All right. They want to be the center of your attention. And when you don't give them all of your attention, they demand it in a way to where it's like they expect you to give it to them. And they make it a problem if you don't, but you don't have to. So they're just going to have a problem with that. And if they make a problem with that, it's only going to cause a problem for them. And that's why I always tell people to go about things in a peaceful way, go about things in a respectful way, to where you can still have respect for yourself in whatever situation that you're in. You definitely don't need to be getting into anything. So you wanna choose peace and be as peaceful as you possibly can. You're obviously not gonna let anything happen to yourself, but you want to avoid those types of situations. And if you don't have to get involved in anything, why ruin your time? Why stop having a good time for someone else? Why stop enjoying yourself for someone else? It just doesn't make sense. People who are out starting trouble, people who are being airheads, they're usually not enjoying life. They're usually not living their best life. They're usually not enjoying their financial situation. They're usually not enjoying any situation that they're in. Avoid airheads. You know, airheads are not the type of people that you want to be having in your life, uh, talking to you any kind of way, treating you any kind of way. Don't let that happen. All right. You don't want these people talking to you. You don't want these people to think they could talk to you any kind of way. All right. They're an airhead, and they will try to talk to you any kind of way because they think it's all about them. You have to agree with yourself that it's not all about this person. It's all about you to you, and it's all about them to them. Everybody is living in a reality to where they feel that they deserve the best treatment. So if a person is not giving you the kind of treatment that you're giving them, you should really feel some type of way about that. All right, that should really that should make you not want to associate with them anymore. It's like it immediately that should speed up your cutoff game and your cutoff process, because everybody feels that they're important. Everybody knows that they're important. So when people really try to like that, and now I see why people don't let up on like disrespect, and why people feel a certain way about other people talking to them, and why they don't let things slide, and why you shouldn't either. Like everyone feels that they're the best. Everyone feels that they're the best person on the planet. Like everybody feels highly about themselves. Everyone feels good about themselves. Everyone feels that they deserve the utmost treatment and respect. Everybody feels that. So when someone comes to you and thinks that's not what you deserve, you have to have a problem with that, and you have to show them that you have a problem with that. Especially if that person's being an airhead, you have to cut people off, and you have to stop people dead in their tracks, because that's the only thing that people will respect. And once they see you immediately like jump at whatever they're not take the bait, but see that they threw it out there and address it. Like you like the best way to handle situations is to not take the bait, but see that they're trying to like bait you and address it. That's the best way to handle situations, because like you won't let things pile up, and you won't feel let down because you're not standing up and handling situations the way you're supposed to. You know, um, it's all about living and learning. Some people are aware of these things maybe earlier than others, and some people they have to grow into themselves and learn certain things. But either way, whatever stage of the game you're in, or right now, you don't want people testing you. You don't want people taking you for a joke. You don't want people talking to you any kind of way. And when people think they can, you really have to feel some type of way about that. Not get emotional or anything, but you just need to like yo, what's your problem, kind of thing. Like why, like figure out, like, to the point to where it's like you like why would you think that's okay, kind of thing. Or like why you think you are able to do that, like with me. Like why aren't you either doing that with somebody else, or leaving, just like get real. Just put, basically just verbally put your foot in their butt if you have to, like respectfully. But it's like if somebody feels that they could do something, say something when you see something, check them on something. Like, don't just let things go, don't just let things slide. Speak up for yourself, and like just tell people what they need to be told. Like, you'll feel it when you need to tell someone something, and you don't have to do it in like a disrespectful way, but just do it to the point to where it's like, yo, you know what they're doing. You're aware of what this person is doing. Because like the more you keep seeing it, like the more you keep calling it out, you're going to be able to deal with it. You're going to feel more comfortable dealing with it, handling it, speaking to this person about it. You know, it's like you're gonna get mad sooner or later. Like, yo, I tried to work this out with you. I blah 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 blah. What's the, you know, you'll like, people are less likely to try people that speak up, that talk back, handle themselves a certain kind of way, and that's just the type of person that you want to be when it's all said and done. That's the type of person that you want to be, because people are airheads. That's the type of person you want to be around, people who think they're more important than others. All right, nobody's more important than anybody else. And if somebody is trying to act like they're more important than you, then do your best to just ignore the situation. But if it's something to where you have to get to them on it, don't just act like it didn't happen. You have to put people in their place from time to time. People need to know that you just disrespected a person, or you shouldn't do that to a person, or whatever you just did shouldn't have been done. Like, there's times where you can let people know, like, yo, what you did was wrong and you shouldn't have done that. You can either do that with your words, or you could do that with your behavior from time to time. But there's going to be times and situations where that just has to happen, because, yo, they're an airhead and they think it's all about them. All right, they don't feel anyone else is important, and it shows. But this is why I talk about avoiding um, getting in situations, because you do want to choose peace. But the more you choose peace, the more you'll be grounded, the more you'll be in control of yourself, the more you'll be able to really handle situations when they come. And like, you won't make bad decisions. You won't just snap off of how you feel right now and make a life altering decision that will change your life forever. And now you have to live differently and have a life that is lesser quality of the one you had, all because somebody was an airhead. All right, people who are airheads, it's an inconvenience. It's annoying, but it's definitely not worth allowing your life to get worse or suck or just be thrown away because somebody wants to be an airhead. You know, that's why I make videos like this, for people to have a alternate way of dealing with airheads. You know, there are people that really test you and really try you, and you have to still find it within yourself to act in a way that's going to allow you to move forward in the direction you want to go. Is this person's behavior more important than what you want to do with your life? Is this person's behavior more important than where you want to go with your life? All right. If this person is stopping anything in your life, and that's a different story, and you have to handle that accordingly. All right. You may have to, have some words with with this person over this kind of thing. But usually talking to people is really all you need to do. You know, you talk to some person, man to man, you holler at them and tell them, what you have to say. Usually things can get worked out. Sometimes people don't know what they're doing. Sometimes we take things personal. Sometimes, things are irritating, aggravating, and we feel some type of way about it. So now we're upset. But usually talking things out will work and solve a lot of problems. But usually the airheads are the ones that you talk to, and they want to take it further than that. A conversation is not good enough for them. These people need to be taught with something a little bit more physical. They need to get a little bit more physical for their understanding. So those people are airheads. They think it's all about them, and they feel they're more important than everyone else, and it shows. It's like, how dare you step to me? How dare you talk to me? How dare you approach me over something that I'm doing, and coming to me to make me feel like I have some type of problem, or I'm the issue. The person may be an issue. The person may be causing a problem, but always address a situation that you feel needs to be addressed. Don't go causing trouble or starting trouble or pestering people. But if you need to solve a problem, if somebody's doing something to bother you, somebody's doing something that's getting on your nerves, if you can talk to them about it, see if you could address the situation, see if it could be handled, man to man, and really, really work that out, because sometimes you might think somebody's being an airhead and they're not, and then sometimes somebody might actually be being a airhead. All right. And the easier you're able to keep control over yourself in situations to where you're dealing with difficult people, that's better for you. That's better practice for you. That's you being able to handle yourself in situations, period. And that practice is going to add up and accumulate into you being an overall well balanced person who knows how to handle themselves in the face of any type of situation. And that's the type of person you want to be. You want to be the type of person that can handle themselves in any type of situation, even if the person is an airhead. You want to be able to stay calm in the situation. You want to be able to think in the situation. So that way, if you have to act, you can think clearly and you can prevent things from happening that shouldn't happen. And that's really what it all boils down to. That's really what you want to do. You want to prevent as much negative things from happening in your life as possible. You see somebody all charged up and fired up, why add fuel to the fire? You don't, somebody's all selling wolf tickets and you stay calm. You don't have to get like that back. All right, you don't have to get like that back. You can handle the situation in a different way, try to calm the person down, try to speak to the person, and hopefully everything will work out for the best. Hopefully everything will go the way it's supposed to go. And if it doesn't, then you just have to go from there. And if you're able to stay calm enough during the situation, you can handle any situation because you'll be able to think clearly and take the proper steps moving forward. All right. So they're an airhead. They think it's all about them. And sometimes you have to let people know that it's all about you as well. You may not even have to do anything to them directly. You may just have to do something that shows them that, hey, it's about me too, or hey, I'm here as well, or hey, um, this person, you're here, but you're not going to do me any kind of way because I need to get mine too. Or, just, how people are when you're out in public, or people are when you're trying to do something, or when you're in an environment to where it's competition, you're at work, people are trying to outdo, or people are trying to get theirs first, or people are trying to get a situation handled first. My thing is when people will try to act like you're not handling a situation when you are. Like sometimes people will totally disrespect the fact that you're talking to someone and already getting your business handled and taken care of, and then they think you're just going to not say anything, let them talk over you, and basically just disrespect the whole fact that you're taking care of something. Those are the things that you have to get verbal with. Those are the things you got to speak up for yourself. Those are the things you shut down and you don't allow other people to do. You definitely don't allow people to do that because that's all kinds of wrong. But people are in a rush. It may not be anything you take personal. It's not because of you or any reason. People are just in a rush and they're rude and ignorant and they just don't care about others. Why? Because they think they're more important than anyone. All right, they think they're more important, and it shows. All right, they don't feel anyone else is important, and it shows. They think they're the most important, and it shows. All right, they feel that they are entitled to your spot because you're not them. To them, you're weak, but you're stronger than them. So you're going to speak up for yourself in any and every situation. You're not going to let people take advantage of you, or let people get over on you or walk all over you. You're not going to let those things happen. People think they can do something. It's just an idea in their head. You actually do not have to let it happen. All right, people think they can do something or whatever. They think what they do is going to fly. You don't have to let it happen because it's actually just an idea in their head. That's all it is. And you have a different idea in your head. This isn't happening. I'm not letting this go down like that. That's the idea in my head. Everybody has an idea in your head. All right, but you don't you don't let people implant the wrong ones. All right. If you are being overcame by a spirit that's unwanted, all you have to do is change your thought. Start thinking something different immediately. Let us go up at once. All right, Ezekiel was taken up in the Bible. He went up at once. That is a example of you going up in your plane of thought and changing into a different existence, to where you're now somebody thinking different and feeling different, and it's not the same person that was having an issue prior to the changing of your mind, the changing of a thought. So this person's an airhead. All right, there are a lot of airheads. Um, people people just really want to be like that sometimes. They have nothing else better to do. Their life sucks. They see someone that they feel they could target, take it out how they feel on, someone that they could do dirty, someone that they don't have to show respect to. That's what they feel. And sometimes, they need to learn their lesson, and they learn the hard way that, hey, it's just not going to go the way you thought it was. And that the way they thought it was, that's just an idea they had. That's just a thought in their mind. That's just something that they came to a conclusion that this is what they thought was going to happen. And you have to be the one to let them know, that that's not what's going to happen. All right. And if you feel uncomfortable, you have to start thinking some different thoughts. You're probably thinking the wrong thoughts. If you feel anxious, you're probably thinking the wrong thoughts. You have anxiety when it comes to standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, telling people how you feel. You're probably thinking the wrong thoughts. Think about it being okay. Think about you not caring about what this person has to say, or what they feel about, or what's going to come next. What's going to come next is none of your business. You speak up for yourself and you do what you have to do, but respectfully. All right, do it in a respectful way. Don't talk to anybody that don't talk to anyone in a way to where you wouldn't want to be spoken to. All right, but also don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people disrespect you, and don't let people talk to you in any kind of way to where you wouldn't talk to them. All right, because that's just not right, and you're not going to stand for that. All right, no matter who the person thinks they are, no matter what the person thinks they are, no matter how, who, what, when, where, whatever this person thinks they have going on, it's just, respectfully, with all due respect, all right, for yourself, you're just not going to allow any situation to happen like that. All right, because you have a person that you love extremely. You have a person that you love a whole lot. You love yourself a whole lot. You love yourself to the 10th power, and you're just not going to allow people to do you any kind of way. You've already been through a lot of this. You've had a lot of negative experiences with people, possibly. People already have thought that they could talk to you any kind of way and disrespect you in any kind of way. And you just are done allowing people to do you like that. You're done allowing people to treat you like that. You're done allowing people to come into your reality, into your world, and thinking that they could just do you, handle you, speak to you any kind of way they want without any repercussions, because there's repercussions for your actions, and people should know that they need to treat people how they want to be treated, and if they don't, they leave you alone. And if they don't leave you alone, there's consequences for that, even if it's just telling the person about themselves, or politely, kindly explaining to them that what they think is going to happen, or how they think this is going to go, is not going to go. You're not going to treat someone any way that they're not treating you. You're not going to allow anyone to treat you the way you're not treating them. And that fair is fair, and you just want to be fair, not out here being tough, not out here pretending to be something that we're not. We're just not going to stand for certain things, or continue to take certain things, or continue to be dealt with a certain way. All right, because that's just not having respect for ourselves. And over here, you want to be the kind of person that has respect for themselves, so that way people will have respect for you. All right, so this just been another car chat with your main man Druuill, chopping it up. Everybody, I appreciate you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. We out. All right. Avoid these airheads. Let's go.